Good morning.
What?
Oh, wait, what happened here? Good morning, Malta and Gozo, and welcome to another edition of Lovin Daily. Hi, Paula. We lost you for a second there. How are you?
I'm good, thanks you.
Okay, I'm good, thanks.
Għax kont nagħmel il-shopping list ta' kemm ħan nixtri jerseys għalhekk.
Welcome to another edition of Lovin Daily, brought to you by Browns and You. I'll go over the headlines a bit and then we'll start discussing some of the stories. So first of all, pharmacies and government have reached a compromise over price capping of masks. We had 3 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday as active cases dropped to 77. We had Charmaine Gauci on COVID calls and she spoke about the strategy, the relaxation strategy of the measures and why it's very important to keep certain things in the same way and also to wear masks on buses. Valletta was bustling with activity after shops reopened and the tragic story about a 29-year-old who was found dead after a search at sea. Before we move on to the first story, I just want to remind you, I have a competition going on for Mother's Day this week with Browns and You. So don't forget to tag your mums and say why they're the best mums in the world. And we'll explain what you could win today later on in the program. Paula, tell us about the pharmacies.
Oh my goodness, pharmacy story. Niddikjara konflitt ta' interess minn issa illi ma ġbajx nisma' dwarha because my boyfriend is a pharmacist, so I have all the inside scoops Chris dalodu. Millum il-konsumaturi se jerġgħu jistgħu jixtru il-maskli u l-visors mant l-ispiżjara wara intlaħaq ftehim bejn il-Kamra tal-Ispiżjara u l-Gvern ta' Malta fejn jidher illi l-ispiżjara li xtraw maskli prezz ola minn 95 cents ser inkunu qegħdin jirċievu id-differenza ta' bejn il-95 cents u kemm xtrawhom biex bekk ikunu jistgħu jbiegħu il-maskli skont il-prezz stabbilit mill-legal notice li ħareġ il-gvern bla ma jagħmlu telfa għaliex inti ma tistax tixtri oġġett €2 ħadd nivvintaw tbieħu 95 cents. Però kont nippreferi li kieku dal-arranġament sar qabel ma ġiet ippubblikata legal notice għax il-bieraħ kien hawn drama forsi anke eżaġerata fl-ispiżeriji tagħna illi s-setat kienet evitata. Jidher illi n-nies tant kienu ma nafx isew il-passjoni ġrid bihom jew ma nafx tom infurjati dwar il-fatt li ma kif qegħdin 95 cents meta jien għall-bieraħ xtrajthom 180 illi kien hemm nies li actually marru għand l-ispiżjar, rridu r-refund, dal-ewwel li m'għandhomx tibis legalment għaliha, għajru l-ispiżjara ħallelilu qas nafxiex. U da fil-verità l-ispiżjara m'għandhomx dritt li jaqbdu jfajru prezz għaliex il-prezz ikun stabbilit tal-mediċini u prodotti mediċinali mill-liġi. Jida mhux bħalina xtrajt ħanut tal-wieħed xtrajt flok €5 mit-Turkija u qed tbieħu 35 Malta, ma jistgħux jagħmlu. U jidher li kien hawn dan id-disgwit mal-ispiżjara. Nispera li min il-bieraħ kien bulli u mal jgħajjar l-ispiżjar tiegħu ħallil wara ma nafx kemm il-sena servizz. Illum li fem x'ġara u ma ġarax, imur imqarri jixtri pakkett ħelu u għidu skużani tal-li għajjar ħallil. Naħseb ġest żgħir ma jagħmel ġid għall-ispiżjara tal-komunità. Sa I declared my bias, l-istorja minnaħa tal-ispiżjara ma daw spiċċaw ballun ħelu fin-nofs ta' mossa politika u mhux sew.
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting as well that we're discussing price capping. So the GRTU, the Chamber of SMEs, and the Chamber of Commerce, were very strong about it yesterday, saying that this is a blast from the past, taking us back to 50 years when we were capping prices. And obviously, at the same time, there was this reality that everyone needed masks and that was being taken advantage of. So I think that's a big discussion about whether things like this are acceptable or should continue in COVID times. Another thing that
Chris, għaxina prima nara xejn ħażin reġgħu sussidjati jisom dal-maskli għax hekk forsi tilbishom mela.
Well, the problem I see, for example, is the agreement that was reached effectively is that the government is going to pay for the difference that pharmacies or agents had bought their masks at, which, I mean, at the end of the day, puts it on the taxpayer anyway. I mean, maybe to a lesser extent because we're not paying for the profit margins as well. But I don't know. I think I'm a big believer in the free market, and I think that it's setting a dangerous precedent. Not necessarily, in this case it might have had to happen, but it is something we need to be cautious of. And I think in general we need to be cautious of measures that are taken in moments of crisis that set this sort of precedent. But on that note, something a bit more fun is how do you pronounce maskri or maskri?
Maskla yo maskra.
So I had, I never thought that there was another way of saying it. To me, it was always maskra in Maltese. But when this discussion started, I was hearing a lot of this sort of maskli.
Maskla night,
maskla, per esempio. And anyway, we had a poll yesterday. We had about 9,000 votes. And what's very interesting is that the majority are actually like you, Paula. They say maskla. And we had the people in the comments saying, how is it that the majority is saying what's wrong? Anyway, so we asked the head of the Maltese department at the University of Malta, Michael Spagnol, and he said that, yes, while the proper form is maskra, because it comes from the Italian mascheri, in reality, like other Maltese words, over time, the R transitioned into an L. And so we have, instead of tamar, we have tamal. Instead of friskatur, some people say friskatur. I've never had those, but
tamal najt mhux tamal imma friskatur ma nafx kif ma le ma smajtix.
It sounds like a lisp to me, but anyway. But I think it was interesting because these words, you have, and you were telling me something before that you see maskra.
Jina kont finalija, illi maskra minn daw tal-karnival li tatti wiċċek kollu bihom. U maskla hija il-medical ngħidla jiena. Ma nafx forsi maskera wasal talja għalhekk sibt li something enough. Ma ara dawk il-barrani for the foreigners viewing our show and trying to understand what we're arguing about. Learn the word correctly, it's a maskra. Nipprova
So anyway, we put that debate to rest. They're both okay, according to the head of Maltese at the University of Malta. Have your say below, I'm sure you will. Our next story is about the number of
face mask.
or tkellmu bil-Malti or tkellmu bil-Ingliż, insomma, sa nara. The other story was an update of the COVID numbers. So yesterday we had 3 new cases and several recoveries, taking down the active cases to just 77. In fact, we only have 2 people in hospital, in the Mater Dei hospital, and the total number of cases so far is 480. So very, very successful numbers, very, very good numbers, despite maybe those who went out of their way to socialize non-distantly during the weekend. Looking at you, the bikers. Anyway, so that is the COVID numbers. And yesterday we also had Charmaine Gauci on COVID calls. So first of all, what a great person, how friendly and how I saw someone on the Facebook comment saying, a total ray of sunshine, agreed. But secondly, she was explaining some very interesting points about the relaxation of measures and why we should continue to be quite vigilant. And this is, I think, an important statement, because when the relaxations were announced, it was easy to kind of think of those as being, okay, then we've moved on and we're fine. In reality, what's happening is this, as she explained. First of all, the country needed to get a hold of the COVID situation. And to do that, it had to make a lot of sacrifices, including medical ones. So many things, many operations and screenings and other things were being shelved to be able to deal with COVID. Now that that's under control, there's obviously a backlog of things that need to be done in hospital. Now, if people change their lifestyles and go back to, for example, if you were remote working before and you start going back to the offices and you change other variables, then we can't evaluate which measures are having success or not, and we won't be able to make up for the backlog of certain medical intervention. So I think, she explained it really well. I do urge you to watch the full interview on COVID calls on our Facebook page, Lovin Malta. But yeah, there was that. And she also spoke about the buses. Paula, maybe you can give us a brief about that.
Minkejja li maskli saru daqshekk popolari nafu li għadġet essenzjali, jidher li għad hemm min qed jirreżisti il-fatt li biex titla' fuq tal-linja tilbes il-maskra. Milli jidher kien hemm xi complaints ta' drivers li ma kellhomx kontroll ta' sitwazzjoni, però l-biera l-istruzzjonijiet kienu ċari illi il-bus drivers għandhom dritt jirrifjutaw li jitellawk fuq il-karozza tal-linja jekk m'intix libes il-maskra. Naħseb l-istruzzjoni ċara ħafna ma jteżwi jekk rixt mid-dar biex mort tixtri u bil-forsi tilbisha qabja fuq wiċċek. U ma naqra skom jiġifieri naraw fis-sajf x'ħajjiġri meta jkun hemm nisqana nifsek il-verità jekk tkun maskra daqsxejn ħoxna, imma kif spjegat Charmaine il-bieraħ, nagħmlu dan is-sagrifiċċju żgħar biex inkollna aktar libertà għax jekk kulħadd jagħmel li jrid ma nibqgħu lockdown Alla jaf sa meta. Istess ħaġa il-belt Valletta, tu gost fil-ċetti tara ħafna nies għaddejjin nista' barra biex ċina xi ċina minn dejjem jilbsuhom il-maskri għaddej manħanu tal-ieħor, minix ċerta kemm fil-verità għaddej xi kummerċ qawwi. Ħankun onesta, għaliex ir-ritratt illi der fuq il-social media anke fuq Lovin Malta kien il-mument li Roberta Bella ħareġ mill-qorti. Ġifieri naħseb ħafna minn nies hemmhekk kienu ġurnalisti u invażaw fil-verità. Ma kien hemm social distancing ta' xejn madwar.
On this point, I don't know if everyone's seen the photo, but on this point, I mean, it must be said the Prime Minister went to court. He was testifying in the migrant inquiry, and yeah, the journalists were called to the scene to speak to the Prime Minister. Obviously, a lot of journalists in Malta, they showed up, and to hear what the Prime Minister was saying, they had to huddle up. So this is, I think, an issue, both for journalists and for politicians, especially the Prime Minister in this case. Don't really know what much can be done beyond, I mean, I guess setting up a proper press conference area that's not in court, but maybe in the in Castile. So, but the Prime Minister wanted to go on a bit of a tour, I think, in Republic Street as well, and it was.
So maybe that is safe li toħroġ forsi tagħmel xi qadijiet. Natsumi li għal Mother's Day ħajjiżdied daqsxejn il-kummerċ u sew għandu jkun għax l-ekonomija b'xi darba titerġa' tibda taħdem, però m'iniex ċerta li ħafna nies tant mejtin biex jixtru flok il ħajjoħorġu shopping ta' sliem għalih. Sakemm maħxin xi tliet sizes kemm inna lockdown għax kemm
Privat ħafna kienu qed jgħidu fuq il-ġlek ta' Roberta Bella dakinhar meta għamel press conference. Għax il-buttuna kienet tiġbed naqra. So anyway.
Jew vera ħammorru nagħmlu xirja
so on that, that was Valletta. We had a very sad story yesterday as well. 29-year-old Bangladeshi in Malta was found at sea dead after 3 days after a 3-day search. He was with his younger friend who was found on Saturday. He was found alive. But there's still a lot of detail we don't know about this story, and we'll be following it up today on lovinmalta.com. But I think what's interesting is this happened at Coral Lagoon, where last September another person of foreign nationality, a Colombian, was also drowned and had been found in difficulty with several of his friends as well. So, really sad story here.
Jenduk sipirriħu pa mux billi sħana kullħat timur ħdejn l-ilma u forsi tiġi il-tentazzjoni li jaqbess jom u duħsib il-direzzjoni tar-riħ għax għajmin nisimaw ħafna minnhom dal-każijiet ta' nies li jkollhom bżonn jittellaw għaliex jisibu ruħhom f'diffikultà u traċedji li jistgħu jiġu evitati fil-verità. Ġifieri noqogħdu ftit attenti wkoll.
Just 1 second. I want to bring on the competition. Yeah, so we've got a competition going on for Mother's Day. You could win a Fierce Sea Change Eye and Lip Cream today. So all you need to do today is tag your mom, say why she's the best mom in the world, and you could win for her this eye-and lip cream worth €30 from Browns and You. Yesterday's winner was Jackie Zamit Cordina, and she won the body cream from yesterday. And we'll be giving away a different prize every day. So don't forget, just tag your mom, say why she's the best, and we'll be choosing a winner every day for a different product to win from the Fierce Sea Change range of Browns and You. So I believe that is all for today, right, Paula?
Yes. Thank you, Chris. Thank you daw kollha li segmuna. U għal darba oħra saqsew għaliex jiena nitkellem bil-Malti u inti titkellem bl-Ingliż, naħseb parti mill-programm tagħna saret dal-argument.
Just another point, I'm wearing one of our other t-shirts today. I survived Quarantina. So this is part of the Quarantina collection. Check it out on souvenirs-that-don't-suck.mt. And be sure to get yourself, we've got socks, we've got posters, we've got coasters, we've got t-shirts, whatever suits your mood, but also a nice memory of this very strange time to show our kids in the future. And €1 from every purchase goes to the Richmond Foundation to help give the gift of therapy to those who need it most. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for supporting Lovin Malta and the Quarantina collection with souvenirs that don't suck. Have a great day, Paula.
Have a day full of loving.
Full of loving. Goodbye.
Bye.